What's the ramp up for today's first day of pads?
Well, normal practice. We'll work on first and second down. We'll work on some backed up situations. There'll be some one-on-ones with the offensive line, defensive line, and then some other kind of group receiver, DB, linebacker stuff. So it'll be good to get out there with some pads on.
Brian, you've been incorporating some pre-snap motion in some of the periods. Can you just talk about how that helps the offense, maybe get the upper hand?
Yeah, I'd say, Patty, it's training camp. So you experiment with some things, and we've used plays with motion, we've used plays with shifts, we've been stationary. That's what you do this time of year, and work on plays, see how they look, keep developing it as it goes, and then as you get into training camp, trying to get your identity of what you need to be. So how the guys pick it up, how fast they can do it. You try to put as much pressure defensively in a variety of ways, whether it's tempo, whether it's shifts, whether it's motions, whether it's different personnel groups. That's all we're trying to do.
Neighbors said the other day that you let him call that play, the long completion. Just how does that come about, you letting a rookie call a play?
He was over by the water cooler. We were getting ready to do a call-it period. So I just walked over. I said, "What do you want to run?" He said, "Give me a go ball," and I called go ball.
Dave, when you were looking at Drew Lock in the offseason, what were the things that drew you to him and as a fit here?
Yeah, he's been to a couple different places. He's had some things early on in his career that he's had to learn from and grow from, and he's got some good experience. He did a good job backing up Geno, obviously, at Seattle. Mature, got some size, got enough athletic ability, is not afraid to push it, and throw it in some tight windows. And we talked with him, thought he would be a good fit for us, and he's done a good job since he's been here.
Dave, you gave Kubas, undrafted free agent, some first-team reps yesterday. What are you seeing from him? What do you like?
Well, he's got good qualities for an offensive lineman. He's tough and he's smart. We just start there. He's got good enough movement skills. He had a good play style in college. He's got a long way to go. I think James and Carm have done a good job with him, but he's picked up our system. He's a good communicator for being only out here his fourth day of practice, albeit OTAs. We'll try to keep developing him.
You said something you like about Locke, he's not afraid to push it, throws into tight windows. Is that just a prerequisite to be a successful quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah, there's not many big windows, so you got to play on time. Can't have any fear. You got to be aggressive, not reckless, is what we say in the quarterback room. And he's shown on tape when we've watched him to do some of that.
As somebody who's coached the receiver position over the years, what kind of a jump do you expect Jalen to make from last year to this year? And what have you seen?
Yeah, well, I would just say in general, we've talked about this from year one to year two. There's so much you have to learn as a rookie. He's put a lot of effort, a lot of energy into it, and he's done a nice job. He's here early. He meets with Grow extra early. He's kind of created a routine from his rookie season, and they're continuing that now. So he's playing faster, knows what to do. Just keep on growing him.
It seems, just from dealing with him last year, it seems important to him, like he would be down on himself if he knew he wasn't. Is that something you notice? Yeah,
he's highly competitive. So again, receiver, you have to be a mentally tough player. You could be open 10 times and not get the ball, and it's the 11th time when you're, man, I was open on these 10 times, that something either good or bad could happen, and that's a growing process for any young receiver. It's one of the positions you can do everything right and not get as many touches as you want to get based on coverage, matchup, pressure in the whatever it may be, and that's something that he's grown with.
Was Runyon getting snaps at center yesterday because JMS was down and you had to spread the load, or is that something that you?
Yeah, no, I mean, look, we'd like to just have the five guys out there, but the reality is they're not. So you have to make alternative plans, and getting center reps for John. Maybe not this early in camp, but we were going to do that at some point. It just so happens that JMS was out, so we sprinkled him in there a little bit.
JMS, Newbin, any of those guys come back today?
No, same setup as yesterday. Fox, he had a hamstring yesterday. He won't go out, and Dexter he's pretty sick this morning, so we'll probably hold him.
Dave, there are times during camp where a quarterback goes back and he can't find somebody, so he runs. Is that something you would rather see him force something in there?
No?
Because you get the throw, everybody gets work.
Yeah, he needs work running too. So, try to play it like game situation. And if there's going to be an open crease and you can get 10, 8, 12, go ahead and do it.
There was a play yesterday where Tommy DeVito was back and it was late in practice and he dumped it off to somebody and you started waving your hands, and did he miss somebody open or?
No, we had a little wrinkle called that didn't get communicated. It probably would have been an 80-yard touchdown, but so he made a good decision because he had to adjust off of the play based on what we were doing. I was just watching the route that we checked to, and we didn't get to that route. So you like 80-yard touchdowns.
Is today a fun day for you to see how far your running backs group has come, knowing that with the pads on now, it's a little different. Maybe you see more of the run game than just kind of being dump offs and.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, we're going to try to do what we need to do in terms of the passing game, throw the ball where it's supposed to throw. So whether it's a dump off or a rail route, whatever it may be, but it's whenever you get pads on, there's some anxiety from guys, I assume. One of our guys came in full pads in our team meeting today, so Maddie. So it's good. It's good to get out there and work your craft and really start the initial phase of training camp.
Who was that?
Matt. Yeah. No, not Nelson. Yeah. He had his whole gear on, so I had him stand up.
He's ready.
Tracy said yesterday that he's been hearing from the defensive guys, when they break a long one, it's we would have stopped you there, we would have hit you there. Said he and McLeod have been going back and forth. Do you kind of like that today?
Sure.
You want to see that competitive nature from both sides?
At every practice, that goes. You hit a fourth down conversion, it would have been a sack, or we could have broke it up, or you do something offensively, we would have double teamed this guy out of here. But again, the right thing is to practice the right way. You have pads on. Again, there should be a lot of energy, but you have to get good at your craft. It's playing with good pad level, good feet, good hands, still taking care of one another. But there's obviously an added element to the contact part of it. But we don't want to practice bad habits. And again, it's training camp. It's hot. It's competitive. There's always going to be some type of shoving and things like that. But we want to practice the right way and carry those habits onto the field.
Is the plan to do pads again tomorrow, or are you scheduled?
Yeah. Yep.
Did you blow that play dead yesterday when you guys were going to this end zone for a sack? Because it looked like Burns and Tibbs both thought they had the sack when Daniel dumped it off to neighbors inside the 10. It looked like
That's the competitive part of it. Daniel said no chance. Defensive linemen say there's a chance. You let them play it out as long as there's not potential injury. That's a competitive part of it.